everybody, welcome to the Modern Woman Warrior Show. I'm Louisa Kate, and this is a show created by women for women and covers all aspects of personal protection and self-defense. If you're new to our channel, welcome. If you're joining us again, we're so glad that you're here. Being here today is the first step in becoming competent to defend yourself and your family. This way, if the worst case happens, you can say to yourself and your attacker, wrong woman, wrong day. Amber is out today because she has family in town for the week. Between editing and taking care of her young family, she'll be absent occasionally going forward. But just know, although she may not be here sitting beside me on camera, she is the force that gives our videos their beautiful look and technical savvy. Today's show is another chance for us to review and compare two different concealed carry pistols for women's self-defense. We are comparing our old friend, the Glock 43X, and its little friend, the Smith and Wesson 9mm EZ. Smith named this pistol the EZ because of its super easy to rack slide. Again, we want to thank Ransom International for our Ransom Master Series rest. We would not be able to do any of these comparisons for you without this rest, so thank you so much again, Ransom. But before we go any further, here's a brief reminder. Smith and Wesson is one of the oldest and most reliable gun manufacturers in the U.S. Horace Smith and Daniel Wesson started making pistols in 1857. The Smith & Wesson Model 1 was their first pistol. In 2018, they launched their first semi-automatic pistol with an easy slide, the 380 EZ. This was the first time that any major firearms manufacturer had addressed the need for a semi-automatic pistol that's really easy to rack. They followed up in 2019 with the 9mm EZ, offering to take advantage of the improved terminal ballistics of 9mm cartridges. Unlike the recently launched Walther PDPF series, it was not designed primarily for the women's market. It was revolutionary from the standpoint that it was the first semi-automatic pistol almost anybody could rack the slide on, and it was produced by a major gun manufacturer. As you can see in this video, I'm able to effectively operate the slide on the Smith & Wesson EZ with just 2 fingers. And although I'm able to rack the slide on the Glock 43X, it takes my entire hand and significant effort to rack that slide. So keep in mind, I don't have any physical problems in my hands like arthritis, and I'm not particularly a little person at 5 foot 8 inches tall, but if I were, the slide on the Smith would be a godsend. Now that we have discussed the Smith & Wesson EZ, and our audience is pretty familiar with the Glock 43X by now since we've done a couple of videos comparing it to other pistols, let's take a look at a side-by-side comparison of these two pistols. As you can see, these pistols are very similar in size and weight. The Smith has a slightly longer barrel, but not enough to make a significant difference in either terminal ballistic performance or the sighting radius. The height of both pistols is nearly identical, and concealable height, which is a new stat for us, gives us a better view on how well the gun can conceal and has a slight advantage for the Smith & Wesson. This measurement was suggested to us by one of our loyal subscribers who pointed out that the measurement shows how far the pistol will stick out beyond the holstered portion of the pistol in a waist-mounted holster. The Smith & Wesson was slightly heavier at 23.10 ounces compared to the Glock's 18.6 ounce weight. Grip diameter was very close, as was the reach to the trigger. The reach to the mag release is almost a ½ an inch less on the Glock, which will theoretically make it easier for somebody with, say, slightly smaller hands to get the mag release without shifting their grip on the pistol. And finally, the weight of the trigger press is very, very close with the Glock's trigger release at an average of 4 pounds and 3 ounces, and the Smith's release at about an average of 4 pounds 1 ounce. Let's take a look at how the accuracy test at the range went. Both guns are locked up in the ransom rest, which eliminates human marksmanship and human judgment from the equation. This way we can get objective data on the pistol's accuracy. Hey guys, it's Louisa. I'm here with the 9mm Smith & Wesson 9mm EZ. We are going to do a 10-shot group, and then we're going to compare it to the Glock 43X. We're going to use the best 8 out of 10. That way we are making sure that we don't have any anomalies in our ammunition. And today we are shooting Fort Scott Munitions 9mm tumblers. So thank you again to Precision Firearms for providing that for us today. Here we go. Oh, it would help if I loaded it, wouldn't it? just going to zero this. Okay, here we go. Prayers, everybody, that this works. Oh, good. Right dead center. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got 1505. Last shot. And we are at 15.75. So we'll just put our little muzzle flag back in there. I'm going to go ahead and drop this magazine before we walk down range. Hard to find with the rest on it. Okay, let's walk down range, and I'm going to get my caliper here, and we'll take out a pen and write it down. Now that was very interesting. The accuracy numbers are based on the best 8-shot group out of 10 shots. We discount the outliers to eliminate anomalies in the ammunition. We used Fort Scott Munitions' new patented TUI 9mm rounds. TUI stands for Tumble Upon Impact. They are the latest and greatest defensive rounds from the folks at Fort Scott Munitions. The rounds that we used were with identical 80-round rounds. The ammunition for the test was supplied by Precision Firearms of Savannah, Georgia. Their owner is Savannah's premier gunsmith. Catch them online, or if you're in our area, drop by their amazing store on Victory Drive. Thank you so much to Chris Walden. The results were very, very close. The average group on the Glock was, 1.15 inches, and the average group with the Smith and Wesson EZ was 1.21 inches. Now let's look at our drills. Our first drill is 8 rounds controlled rapid fire. The goal of this drill is to warm up and get a feel for the triggers, sights, and the controls on all of the pistols. Okay guys, we're here with the Smith and Wesson EZ. We're going to do an 8-shot controlled rapid fire, and we're going with 8 shots, and we'll do Glock 8 shots as well with the 43X because this is an 8-round magazine. So here we go. Okay, I'm ready when y'all are. All right. Okay, let's take a walk down and look at the group. So that wasn't too bad. I was shooting a little bit low, but it's good. Okay guys, so we're here again, and we're going to do the first drill now with the Glock 43X. This is going to be 8 shots, controlled rapid fire. Okay, here we go. Let's go down and take a look at that group. That's not bad. I yanked one. I know which one it was, too. I can tell you it was my second shot, I think. That was interesting. Even though both pistols have many similarities in size, weight, and form factor, they shoot very differently. Let's move on to the emergency reload drill. This is a good test of the controls of the guns. But first, let's take a quick break. Hey guys, so we're here and we're going to do a emergency reload. This will test the gun's capability for us to get to the controls easily, and we'll just see how the gun handles in general. We're going to do 3 shots, emergency reload, and 3 more shots, and we're going from compressed ready. So let's see what it looks like with the Smith and Wesson EZ, 9mm EZ. Okay, I'm ready when you guys are. All right. All right, let's go down and take a look and see how we did. Oh, I threw one. I yanked one trying to get that grip safety depressed again. Okay, here we are. We're going to try the Glock 43X now with an emergency reload. 3 shots, reload, 3 more shots. And compress ready. Let's see how it does. We'll walk down and take a look. They yanked one. Both pistols performed really well in the emergency reloads. I've had problems getting a clean magazine drop out of the Glock pistols in the past, but the 43X functioned flawlessly today. Now let's look at the third and final drill, failure to stop. This drill helps us judge the trigger, trigger reset, recoil control, sight acquisition, and general quick handling of the gun in a simulated attack. Okay guys, we're here with the Smith and Wesson EZ, and we're going to do the third set of drills, and this is going to be a failure to stop. 4 to the chest, 1 to the head. Let's see how it goes. I am telling you what, I am not happy with that headshot. My chest shots were okay. Okay, so here we are with the Glock again, and we're going to do our third and final drill, and this is going to be a failure to stop. We're going to go 4 to the chest and 1 to the head. And not bad if I would quit slapping the trigger. Good headshot on this one. Okay, so that was both informative and telling. Before we go over all the results, we need to say thank you again to our friends that made this video possible. Thank you, Ransom International and Precision Firearms. We couldn't do this without you. Thanks again. You can see my results up on the screen. I'm only going to go over the ones that I had different scores on. On the feel of the gun in my hand, I gave the Smith and Wesson EZ a 3 because of the grip safety. I carried this gun for a long time in the 380 version of it when it first came out, and the grip safety is one of the main reasons that I switched the guns to a different gun. It's very difficult to get the grip safety engaged when coming out of the holster and trying to shoot quickly. And it's very easy to grip it in such a way that I end up shooting down and left, as a lot of shooters do with this gun, as a right-handed shooter. So you can actually see that on my headshots with the Smith. I gave the Glock a 4 because of the angle of the grip. It just hurts my hand after a few shots, and that may be a personal thing, but I did give it a 4 because I feel like if it hurts me, it can hurt other people as well. On adjustability of the sights, I gave the Smith & Wesson a 4 because the adjustment is done underneath the slide. That's a bit more difficult than an adjustment on the side of the sights. I gave the Glock a 3 because you have to purchase and learn how to use a sight press in order to adjust the sights on the Glock. Straight to rack the slide, I gave the Glock a 4 because it is more difficult than the Smith & Wesson, and those are the two that we're comparing. As far as the serrations on the side, I gave, let's see, the Glock, I gave it a 4 because I just find them to be a bit too shallow. They're just rougher in my hand than the ones on the Smith & Wesson, which are just a little bit, I think, not as rough on my hands. The quality of the trigger, I gave them both a 3.5 because they're just not great triggers. Now, the Smith & Wesson is a hammer-fired pistol as opposed to a striker-fired pistol. And this makes it much more difficult to find a distinct wall, and it tends to have very little reset. The Glock it got the same rating because although it's striker fired, the trigger tends to creep and it has a longer reset than I like. It is funny though how the Smith & Wesson ended up with a score of 44 and the Glock got a 43 on our testing scale. They are just two very comparable pistols, and they are in the same price point as well. So side by side, they're both two very good pistols, and they are both made very well. Both companies have solid reputation, and so it just comes down to personal choice. If I had to choose between the two pistols, I would personally choose the Glock because even though it hurts my hand to shoot it, I would rather have some discomfort than to deal with the grip safety on the Smith and Wesson, especially if I'm using it to defend my life. And I'm personally partial to striker-fired pistols. Once again, thank you to Precision Firearms and Ransom International for your support of our channel. I hope you've enjoyed our show today as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us some likes, and drop us some comments. We are here for you. See you next week, everybody. Bye.